A pivoting shower door would be a door that when we secure it into the opening, it would have two pivot points at the top and bottom along either the left or right side that would close and open on those two pivot points.
It swings like a traditional door. It can swing out, it can swing in. A lot of the swing location is determined by the space of the room and the size of the shower and things like that.
One of the really nice things about using a pivoting door is that there's no track at the bottom. So by the fact that it pivots or opens outward, there's nothing to get nasty and dirty over time, so that's one advantage. Another is it's often associated in more luxury or high-end type of projects, although it doesn't have to be, but that is another advantage to it.
The disadvantages of some of the pivoting doors is that the door is going to obviously swing into the space, swing out into the room. There are times where the door is wet from after a shower and you swing it out into the room and the floor becomes wet because the shower door is draining off and spilling onto the floor. So those are some of the issues that you run into that could be a disadvantage to the pivot door. An advantage to the pivot door is it allows you to put a door on a tight opening. If you have a very small space, the pivot door is basically the only way you can go.
With a sliding door, where one door comes into each other, there's usually an overlap of the two doors, so the opening or the space you can get into is usually not as big with a sliding door, but with a pivoting door, that whole door hinges and opens up, so you get a larger opening with a pivoting door than you do with a sliding door, and that larger opening can often make it safer for a loved one who maybe is mobility challenged.
We're usually talking about a smaller opening that may be somewhere from 24 to 30 inches. The advantage to the pivot door is that if we're doing a remodeling project, I can't always be 100% accurate on the measurement of when I'm finished with that tiling or central product. We can't be 100% sure what that opening size will end up being. So with a pivot door, when I install that door, I've got about a 2.5 inch play that will allow me to make that door fit properly. Whereas if I use a hinge door, that hinge door has to be an exact measurement. So the advantage to the pivot door is having a little bit of play due to the fact that we're not going to know what that exact opening is.
You can get a pivoting door in clear glass, but you can also get a pivoting door in obscure glass. And when you get with an obscure glass, you can get just kind of a standard obscure pattern, or you can get kind of a rainfall pattern, which looks kind of neat, and it's become popular. So you can get different types of obscurity, different types of privacy. You can also get, if it's a framed glass door, you can get different types of hardware on there. So whether that hardware is chrome, whether it's brushed nickel, whether it's oil rub bronze, usually people, what they're doing with those options is they're trying to match those up to the shower hardware or the drain as well. So this way, everything's kind of pulled together with the bathroom, the entire bathroom space.